Hello, I'm Rob Mitchell, and this is our arts editor, Jim Lowe, and we're here today to give you an idea of some of the stories we're working on at the Rutland Herald in Rutland, Vermont. The big lead story for our paper tomorrow will be the Alderman's debate tonight at PEG TV, 7:30. There are 6 candidates facing off in a moderated debate, and we'll have a full recap of that by Gordon Druchillo tomorrow. And today we also have the invite section coming out, and Jim's here to tell us it looks like a very green section so far.
Well, Invite is celebrating St. Patrick's Day a little early. We've got 2 big Irish stories on the front page. One is the Irish comedy tour coming to the Paramount, which looks pretty wild. But also Karen Casey, who's one of the top singer-songwriters in Vermont, is doing her Irish thing in Middlebury.
Great.
But if that's not your thing, we have a tuba concerto. The VSO is coming, not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, and Jamie Laredo is conducting Vaughan Williams' tuba concerto, among other things, including Schubert and some more traditional stuff. But it should be fun.
Great.
And one more thing is that we are announcing, for those who do the HD opera at the Met, at the Paramount, we're announcing the next season.
Oh, great. That's been a huge
B2.
success.
Yes.
I've heard, so wonderful. We'll look forward to that. Little known fact, I heard St. Patrick invented the tuba, so very.
I'm sure he did.
In other news from the State House, the annual Doyle poll questions have been announced. That'll go around across the state from Senator Bill Doyle, the octogenarian dean of the Senate, is doing his annual questions for town meeting day. We'll also have something on a drug bust that happened in Rutland, at a motel in Rutland, and the man is actually charged in Bennington. He's a man from the Bronx who is being held on $750,000 bail. So Patrick McCarta will have that story in tomorrow's paper. And we're also going to have ongoing coverage of our playoff situation here in Vermont. And so Bob Fredette, our sports editor, is going to give us a little update on where we're going with that.
Hi, this is Bob Fredette back at the Rutland Herald Nerve Center on Wednesday for Thursday's paper, the Rutland Daily Herald. I have a little bit of information about what we'll be doing tonight, that stories that will appear online and in tomorrow's Rutland Daily Herald. We're back in Barrie tonight. We're going to have MSJ is playing West Rutland in the girls' Division 4 semifinals. This is 2 of the teams that were tearing up the league here in Rutland County over the course of the season. Tom Haley is up covering that. Following that game, Milton will play Fairhaven in Division 2 semifinals. These are all for the honor of playing in Barrie for the state championships on Saturday. Also tonight, we'll be covering Rutland High School against Colchester in boys basketball. This is a first-round game. These teams seem to be getting together an awful lot over the past 3 or 4 years. I think this is the second time in 2 years that Colchester's come down here to play the Raiders. We'll be covering that as well. Also, I want to show you just a little clip of tomorrow's page. One of the stories that we're covering is the Castleton State College guard Alyssa Leonard, who's a senior and who's been contributing, a big contributor there for 4 years, was named the North Atlantic Conference Player of the Year. This is just one of the many awards that Castleton reaped over the course of the season. Liz Douglas was selected as the Defensive Player of the Year, and this is really kind of a neat story because Liz Douglas comes from Rutland High School. Kelly Conway, who played for Castleton, who graduated last year, won the Defensive Player of the Year for the previous 2 years. So there's something about those Rutland High School basketball players that comes up with good defense. So those 2 players are being honored. Also, Tim Barrett, the coach of the team, was honored as the NAC Coach of the Year after the Spartans went 17-1 and clinched the top seed in their conference tournament. Castleton will be playing against Husson on Friday night in the semifinals, and hopefully will be playing on Saturday in the finals as well. Those are some of the stories that we're covering. There's so much going on right now in the world of sports that I could go on for quite a while here, but we're going to run out of digital time here, so I'm going to kick it back to you here, and you guys have a great night. Be sure and read us online and tomorrow in the paper.
Thanks, Bob. And we'll have 2 more stories out of the Associated Press today. One is an update on the Vermont Public Television controversy where they had supposedly some closed meetings that were supposed to be open to the public. And we'll have an update on some testimony to the House Committee on Transportation about the Amtrak status in Vermont. Update on how the rail service is going to be improved throughout the state, including here in Rutland. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.